present for the Nevada version of the very vintage military radio net. And I'll be your net control today. Henry, WA7YBS, located in Dayton Valley. And so let's see who's out there and wanting to get in on this pre-net warm-up check-in thing that we do. So WA7YBS standing by.
K0DWC, morning, bud.
And you pick that. W6, Queen, Uncle.
Okay, so far I've heard Chuck, K0DWC. Hey, you're in the number one spot there, Chuck. Good morning. Good signal. And number two that I heard was Bob, W6AQU. Good morning, Bob. You're not super strong, but you're Q5, and that's what counts. I did hear somebody else, but I did not get the call. So let's see who else is out there. Go ahead. Number 3 is open.
And you sit down.
Well, there's Ron, NU6F. Morning, Ron. And let's see if there's anybody else out there. Number 4 is open. Okay, might be too early. Okay, well, see, it was 49 degrees this morning. A little bit of a cool off. Temperature here in the shack, let's see, is 72. Not bad. I'm running the T3. 350 watts of carrier power. So we're prepared. How's it going over there, Chuck? K0DWC, WA7YBS.
WA7YBS, K0DWC. Good morning, Henry. Things are doing okay. Had a busy week this past week, and some finality on some things, and overall it's getting better. Getting pretty good. Hope everything's doing okay at your place. And good morning. I want to say good morning to Bob and to Ron. Yeah, I concur with Henry. You guys are down just a little bit. But Q5 copy, no problem. But anyway, we're on the ART-13, and right now, anyway, listening on the ARR-7. I'll probably have to end up turning the loop on and firing up the R388 or the R390A, one or the other. The conditions get kind of crummy, but anyway, we'll keep it going and send it over to Bob, W6AQU, K0DWC.
Very good, thanks, Chuck. K0DWC in the group. Montague, W6A Mole Queen Uncle. Running 70% of power on my exciter. Getting 200 out the wire. Well, Chuck, you're a 9. Henry's a 9. Ron's a 9. Well, that's pretty good. So, gonna maybe be another warm day today. When the sun's all the way to the ground right to start with, so who knows? I guess that's summer, So, NU6F. Are you on one leg or two legs this morning? W6AQU. Okay, let me turn the volume down over here. Okay, now we got it.
All right, guys, good deal. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, Bob. probably somebody else out there ready to jump in. Oh, I forgot. I got to talk in on this little PLC 174. I still have the afterburner on it, running 150 watts, and but yeah, it's got the handset that wants to be almost a lip mic, so I got to remember that. Yeah, we're in the doldrums on conditions, all right, for summer. Anyhow, we're in the PRC 174, 120 watts into the amp, 150 watts. I'm on the long wire at the present, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now on the front loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back over to the ground wire. Watching signals, I see them bouncing back and forth between the two. Alright, with that, back up to net control and probably somebody waiting in the wings. And your success.
My Jesus loves me.
Okay. NU6FWA7YBS, all right. Well, I hear somebody out there, but you guys are all doing good in here. Chuck, of course, is very strong, almost pegging the carrier level meter. Bob is 75 or so on the carrier level meter. Ron's about maybe 65 on the carrier level meter. Listening down the R725, R390A with R390IF deck and a few other little changes. That's essentially what it is. So anyway, let's see if there's anybody else out there who wants to get in on the prenet warm-up, get in the lineup. Number 4 is open if you want to check in, do it now.
So just do a safe one, check in, and I'll go safe.
6 Bravo, Charlie Tango.
WA6OPE. Okay, I got Bill in there in number 5 spot, and WA6OPE. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Tom, you're in the number 6 spot. There's a number 4, and I just can't quite make it out. You were the first one to pop up there, but give me a call a couple of times, and let me see if I recognize you. Go ahead.
Kilo 6 Tango X-Ray Hotel. Kilo 6 Tango X-Ray Hotel.
You're going to have to give it to me a little bit slower than that. Go ahead again.
Kilo 6 Tango X-Ray Hotel.
I don't know, I must be obtuse. Is that Andy? Well, I have the call as K6TXH. K6TXH Tango X-Ray Hotel. Is that correct?
Roger.
Okay. You're number 4 in the lineup, so why don't you make a transmission, give us your particulars, turn it over to Bill, N6BCT, and Bill, you turn it over to Tom, WA6OPE, and Tom, turn it back to me, WA7RFS, and go ahead, K6TXH.
Okay, go ahead. I'm Bill, and I'm in Eureka, California, and good cause of you. It's great to hear AM. I'm set for spending it. Anyway, and wherever to Bill.
Good morning, all. This is about 50 degrees outside this morning, so that's the story there.
Okay. Things are a little weird this morning. This is WA6OPE. Let's see. So far, I think I'm hearing everybody.
So we shall see. Get a better shot when we get through it. But let's see. I've heard Chuck, and I've heard Ron, and I've heard Bob, and everybody had a pretty good signal. My noise level, for some weird reason, is down today, noticeably. So that's kind of scary. But my receiver was dead. But, well, not completely dead, but I thought it was losing sensitivity or something. But I'm hearing everybody. Okay, so back to Henry. WA7YBS, WA6OPE.
Okay, Tom. WA6OPE, WA7YBS. Okay, everybody's got strong signals. And K6TXH there in Eureka, I got that. But we'll have to get a little bit more in the particulars on that as the net goes along. So, morning, Bill. 50 degrees there in Half Moon Bay. All right. It's 49 here this morning. So, let's see. Number 7 is open. Anybody else want to get into the lineup on the Vintage Military Radio Net? Be number 7. Take it now. Okay, nothing heard. And, okay. Here's the lineup. Number 1, Chuck, K0DWC. Number 2, Bob, W6AQU. Number 3, Ron, NU6F. Number 4, K6TXH. Number 5, Bill, N6BCT. And number 6, Tom, WA6OPE. I'm WA7YBS, Henry in Dayton Valley, in Nevada. And we're running the T368. T368 is running 350 watts of carrier power to a 130-foot inverted V and antenna fed with open feed line. Microphone is a amplified bass D104. The receiver is an R725 Arvin Industries modified EAC, Electronic Assistance Corporation, 1967. Started out as that. Arvin modified brand new 67 EACs into the R725s. And essentially it's a R390A with an R390IF deck, DC on the oscillator filaments, and using the humbucker, and also a ferrous metal shield over the PTO. Those were the modifications. This is for Tropicom, and also maybe a side use in the direction finders that were in use at the time. So, with that, here's the rundown one more time. Number 1, K0DWC. Number 2, W6AQU. Number 3, NU6F. Number 4, K6TXH. Number 5, N6BCT. Number 6, WA6OPE. Over to Chuck. K0DWC. WA7YBS.
Okay, Henry. WA7YBS. Excuse me. WA7YBS K0DWC. All right. Henry, I had a feeling you were on the T3. There's a big signal over here. A big one. Sounded fantastic as usual. All the other guys, Bob, Ron, Bill, and Tom, well, Bob and Ron are, they're too guys happy. Tom's got a big signal this morning as well. And Bill, too bright, and I did hear some of K6TXH. However, I didn't get the name, but anyway, welcome to our net, and glad you were here to check in. We'll get some more particulars on you here shortly, and hope you like the net. It's a fun net. We got a lot of guys running a lot of good military gear and all, but it's not required. You can run anything you want. Anyway, welcome, and My rundown this morning is the ART13, 200 watts, running through an inverted V, D104 microphone, amplified microphone, and like I said previously, right now I'm running the R45 ARR7 receiver and Keaton with an LS3 speaker. And I'll probably fire up the loop in the R388 here in a little bit. Depends on the conditions. So anyway, so far so good, and we'll keep it moving. We'll send it over to Bob, W6 Able Clean Uncle, K0 EWC.
Very good, Chuck. K0 EWC. W6 Able Clean Uncle. So good morning to the new guy. How about that? KXH in Eureka. Got a booming signal. We're close to the town of Eureka. A little bit further north and east. Bill's pretty good this morning. It's amazing. Now, other comments, Henry. I've never heard your audio this good before. Those 4-125As and the modulator of that thing are really working for you. Of course, the 350 watts helps a little bit, but you're over S9. But excellent, I mean excellent audio from your station. Okay, that means I transmitter more often. Anyhow, well, I never figured that out yet, but maybe you'll tell me. Are you hopping on the left or the right? How's Larry in the truck doing? You have to answer all that. Let's see. OPE, do you see fog or do you see fog? When it's clear and nice here, it just might be awful there. All right. NU6F. Oh, well, let me back up a minute. THX, you got to tell us what kind of equipment you're running over there. So, on your handle. NU6F, W6 Able Queen Uncle.
Okay, let's see if we got it. Yeah, okay. Good deal. All right, well, we switched rigs. Conditions aren't that fantastic, so I'm over on the T3. I was on the PRC 174 with the amp, but now here is the other T3 and listening on an R390A without a humbucker. Good morning, all, and welcome to K6TXH. Finally, somebody up Bob's way. Montague to Eureka is a lot closer than Eureka to Reno. And good morning, Tom. Sounds good up this way, and glad to hear you haven't got as much noise this morning. And yeah, anything to help on summertime 75 meters. Big news for me is I'm finally free of the neck brace of shame, and doctor gave me the okay to drive and to start my physical therapy, so I am back mobile again. Wow, that was 2 months of torture, and anyhow, so that was great news for me. All right, yeah, we'll catch the name up there on K6TXH. Go ahead and take it, NU6F.
K6TXH. Are you there? Make a transmission if you are.
Roger. This is K6TXH in Eureka, and good calling you. I am here.
K6TXH, give us your name. I know that you said you were in Eureka, and what equipment you're running, and then turn it over to Bill, N6BCT. Go ahead, K6TXH. N6BCT, go ahead and make a transmission there, Bill, and turn it over to Tom, WA60P. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, thank you. N6BCT, WA60PE in beautiful Richmond. And it's blue sky and red sun this morning. And so that means you people in the valley are going to be in for it. We had, it was actually a fairly nice day yesterday. It started out getting a little warm, sunny yesterday too. A couple of days ago it was freezing cold and fog. And windy, a lot of wind. And then yesterday morning, no wind at all, and this morning so far, no wind at all. Although the same time kicked in about 1 o'clock, and it was a very nice afternoon. About maybe 69, 70, something like that. So the other day, though, we had about 3 days of fog, and I don't think it got over 55 in the daytime. It was really cold and windy. So let's see here, a couple of comments, I think. Ron, very good, Ron. I was going to inquire, and no more driving this time at hassle. That's great news. I wonder when you're going to head for the islands. And I heard your other rig, that PRC thing. I've forgotten the nomenclature already. And the conditions weren't bad. The noise level was down a little bit too, so I heard that fine this morning. The T6 of Eureka, when he first came on, he was nice and loud here, really loud, but now he's down in the noise. Barely hear him. And N6BCT is doing very well here today. I can actually, no problem, copy him fine. And Bob has a good signal. Ron, everybody has good signals this morning. So let's see, W7, Mr. Mexico Sierra was conspicuous for his absence this morning. And let's see, what else was I going to ask about? To Henry, let me know if you're okay for a phone call. I'd like to talk to you about Purple Stick Drive and see what's up with that. Got an email from him. So let's see here, what else? But anyway, we're on the usual rig, if you hadn't already guessed. It takes a major thing here. But I'm bringing a filing cabinet, another filing cabinet in, yet another filing cabinet to fill up with, I'll tell you, man, I've been getting rid of manuals left and right, but I've uncovered a bunch more, plus a lot of other stuff, and it's banker boxes and things too. And, banker boxes are about to tip over, a stack of them are about to tip over, full of manuals and all kinds of stuff, which I read about too, so I got to try to make room for that. I got to move the TCZ, find a place for it here in the garage, so good luck with that. On and on and on. I need one of those building stretchers, you know, that makes rooms a lot bigger than they are at the present time. So that would help a lot. Okay, back to Henry. WA7YBS, WA60PE.
WA60PE, WA7YBS. Very good. Let's see if there's anybody else out there wants to check into the Vintage Military Radio Net, Nevada style. And if you want to check in, number 7 is open, and check in now. Well, there's Andy, KD6TKX. Go ahead and make a transmission, Andy, and turn it back to me, WA7YBS. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, WA7YBS, KD6TKX. Good morning, and everyone's signal here is outstanding. Sounds like they were here parked in the driveway. So, running the BC669D Delta this morning, so hopefully it can be heard. About 45 watts out here. So, there you go. And back to net control, WA7YBS, KD6TKX.
Okay, Andy, KD6TKX, WA7YBS. Okay, yeah, not extremely strong here, but you're Q5, so good morning to you, and good to hear you. If there's anybody else out there, number 8 is open. If you want to check into the Vintage Military Radio Net, do it now. Number 8. Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. And, all right. Yeah, as far as the phone call there, Tom, WA60PE, yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, that guy is Brian Harrison. They're KN4R. I've known him for quite a while, and he's a good friend of Brown's, too. So, yeah, give me a call anytime. I'll be here all day, and we'll see what's up. That was that, Brown. I thought Brown was going to buy that pogo stick. I mean, he was negotiating with me and everything, and well, at the last minute, it was, can you ship it to North Carolina? Well, we did. So, anyway, yeah, no problem. And give me a call when it's convenient. Let's see what's going on here. The big rig died. I was setting it up yesterday for using it today, and nope, nothing. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. I don't have any power output. It's like the plate's disconnected. I got plate voltage, but no output. I got grid drive, but the tube is doing nothing. That tube lasted for about 1 hour, and so anyway, we're in the process of confirming that the tube is the 4-250A is at fault, and it lights up and everything, but that's it. Doesn't have anything else going for it. So anyway, the big rig is a little bit apart right now, and the other W6MIT, the linear amplifier, will make its debut next Sunday. And fabulous amplifier. And what I have it hooked up with will be somewhat of a surprise. So anyway, that debut will be next Sunday for the W6MIT linear amplifier. Uses a Y-826 as a grounded grid amplifier, 3,000 volts on the plate. So it gets with it. It really goes to town as an amp. Separate sits on the floor. So there you go. That's the rundown on that. The Howard radio. I had many interruptions with the Howard 450A 1938 communication receiver built by Howard Radio, and it's plugging along kind of in between the cracks. It gets a little bit done on it. It's about 75% finished though. So with that, let's go back up to the top again, and we'll start with Chuck, K0DWC, WA7YBS. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, Henry, WA7YBS, K0 DWC. Alrighty. Well, good morning to Andy, Good to hear BC 669 back on the air. I concur with Henry. You're down just a little bit, but I mean, considering what you're running, you're easy Q5 copy, no problem. So, great job on that, Andy. That BC 669 is doing a good job for you. And, you know, I got to concur with Tom, W6OPE. Had absolutely no problem at all hearing Bill whatsoever. At least right now, anyway. He was 100% copy. So, good morning to you, Bill. And doing a great job. And Ron, I want to congratulate you on getting rid of all that stuff around your neck and everything and getting back on the road again. So good for you. Glad to hear it. And like Tom was saying, when are you heading to the island? Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're kind of all that mess, that neck brace and all that stuff. That's miserable stuff. But say hello to Lucky Larry for the that's good. And K6TXH, Mr. Steve Wingate in Eureka, California. Finally, I'm glad I got your name. And you picked up a little bit that time, Steve. Here in, I'm in Dayton Valley also. I'm about actually a mile and a half from Henry Station, WA7YBS. So, anyway, good to have you here this morning, Steve. And please feel free to check in anytime on Sunday mornings here. There's always somebody here starting around, I don't know, between 7 and 7:15, but we kind of get the net started around 7:15 or so each Sunday morning. But we face challenges in the summertime, as I'm sure you're well aware. But, anyway, good to have you here this morning. Let's see. Okay, that will do it for now. I'm not really having any problems here, so we're doing pretty good so far. So with that, we will send it over to Bob, W6AQU, K0DWC. Go ahead, Bob.
Very good, Chuck. K0DWC, W6A Point Uncle. Morning, Andy. You're not making much smoke up here. The wind must be blowing the other way. You're about the Q3 at the most, and no, I don't think there's any S number for that. Your sun's average and they haven't been charged. Anyhow. All right, Steve. Well, I looked you up also, and that part of the country we normally do not hear from. Last time I had been there, they were still burning that promise out there from Samoa. I wonder if they're still doing that. And yes, for some reason, Bill's DX100 is working a little better today. Interesting. We got real good weather over there. My golly. Yeah, we're going to have it warm for some time, I think, over here now where we are. Must be closer to the sun, I guess, huh? All right. Ron, big difference when you switch rigs. Over to you. And U6F. W6A Point Uncle. Lean back. Sorry. Lean back. There you go. No more, folks. No more, what do you call it, hydrogen sulfide. We have birds. The birds have
NU6F.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, good deal, guys. All right, yeah, a little bit of confusion there, but yeah, we copied Steve okay, and and good morning, Andy. I had light copy, but I did go ahead and tell you. I could hear you say you were on the BC 669 in the driveway. So, but yeah, challenging here. My noise level is up pretty high, but I'm copying everybody fine, except for yeah, the signal's down, and yeah, Bill is up a lot stronger than normal. So go figure. And Chuck, glad to hear things have settled down in your neck of the woods there. Hello, okay, on the big rig is in the hospital for now, but yeah, at least you know it's parts and it's not construction, since it was all done by the professional. Good deal. And yes, Azores, I'm scheduled for August, mid-August. I'm going to be taking off, and at this point, my youngest brother Ken is also going to be going. So. Well, let's see. I'm beginning text messages here from Mike. Oh, yeah, I see he slept in on Father's Day, so he may jump in here in a bit. And Tom, okay, on finally getting to the filing cabinet full of manuals. I can only imagine. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and how do you go ahead and hold that in your hand, know how old it is, know how few there are, and say, should I keep it or should I put it in the junk drawer? No, it's best send it to Henry. Henry's got plenty of room. I think I like that idea. Henry can become the repository for all old manuals. All right, I won't hold it here too long. Let's see if conditions are still holding up. Steve, go ahead and take it, and when you finish, hand it over to Bill, N6BCT, K6TXH, Eureka, NU6F.
K6TXH, go ahead and make a transmission. Okay, let's go to Bill, N6BCT. Bill, go ahead and make a transmission.
let's see here. A couple of comments from Ron. Oh, welcome to Andy. Good morning, Andy. You know what the next, I won't even say it. Good signal, 669 here. 669 sounded great. So, and a good signal. He's just about the same strength as everybody else. Although things are moving around and changing a bit. Could be a whole different ballgame on your next transmission. We're going to find out. We're going to find out soon. Let's see here, Ron. We have not heard an M37 report lately, unless I missed it. We're certainly right about all these manuals and stuff, and periodicals and books, magazines, stuff I've been saving for 50 years at least. Some of it rather than that. And it's just tough to part with some of this stuff. I don't know, it's a sickness, I tell you. Not the only one. Let's see, what else? Henry. Yeah, looking forward to the view of that linear amplifier. Beautiful thing. Of course, my choice, my opinion, of pairing it up, obvious, would be with the 1625 rig. That would be very interesting. And I wonder if you have started, we know that linear amplifier is going to get its debut and exposed on the website. I wonder if you've started any of that yet. Because when you do, please let us know, because I will definitely go to the website and peer at the innards of that linear amplifier, which is just really nice. As I said many times, at the swap, if I was in the market for a linear amplifier, I would rip that sucker in a second. And very interesting about the big rig, that's weird. To just one day it works, next day it doesn't. Makes me wonder. And I will probably potentially a phone call sometime today. Talk about that pogo stick situation. And there we go. So, I'll stick around for the 73 round. I'll turn it over to Andy. KD65, WA60PE.
All the way around, hearing everyone except for those who I didn't hear Steve come back to the call, but the operator listening. Good morning to you, Steve. Sandy at Curry Mountain, about 81 off southwest Fresno, California. Well, Steve, I had a good deal on the NICM. John was just, I think I told Mike about the same observation. So I had no idea the caliber of the owners that been on the board.
Okay, Andy. WA7YBS. Okay, no copy on Steve 36TXH, so we'll assume that he signed. And everybody else is holding in there just fine. Yeah, it was a little bit of confusion there, Ron, because I don't know, I heard like another QSO going on very, very weakly, and I don't know what that was because it was demodulating, so I thought it was but confusion means chaos. So anyway, Bob, thanks for the compliments on the audio on the T3. It is a fabulous transmitter. It it's always it's always dependable. And the version I have was built by B&W, Barker and Williamson, and back in 1952, one of the first ones, serial number 29. And so anyway, yeah, it's a brute, 700 pounds. So anyway, yeah, a pair of 4-125s for modulators. So yeah, it's a good transmitter. And Tom, well, you guessed it. I'm going to be running that linear being driven by the 1625 rig, and of course the 1625 rig puts out like 75 watts or so, so it's kind of a little bit hot for driving that linear. And luckily, from our old buddy there, who is an SK now, Tom, W7TC, I inherited from him a Narda 6 dB attenuator, and that's a brute of an attenuator. It's good for 150 watts, and so that knocks the power output from the 1625 rig down to about 15 watts, which is just right for 100% duty cycle on that linear. And so I can put out about 140, 150 watts on the 1625 rig, which is about double the power. So anyway, we'll see what the critiques are next week. I would have run it this week, but being net control, I didn't really want to do that. So anyway, as far as it being up on the web, it's all written, it's all photographed, it's all done. All I have to do is upload it, which I will do today. And so later this afternoon, check the website, and all of the write-up and the photographs and everything will be under W6MIT transmitters, the same section that has the big rig and the 1625 rig. And so anyway, it is there, or will be this afternoon. But the write-up is done and all the photographs are done. So with that, let's do the 73 round, and we'll turn it over to Chuck. And so let's get started. 73 round, K0DWC, go ahead.
There we go. Forgot I had two receivers on. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, thanks, Henry. I turned off the AR7 got a little bit rough, some of the copies. Went over to the loop in the R388, and that all went away, so no problems. But okay, well, did net this morning, and nice to have a new ham check in, and hopefully Steve will be back next weekend, and good copy from everybody else so far. So Andy, I thought Andy actually picked up here a little bit. He sounded stronger this last time than the first time. Go figure. I don't know. And Tom's maintained a strong signal throughout the whole net here. So Tom's had the last 3 weeks or so, Tom would start out strong, and then it would, the conditions would go down and everybody would have a problem, but Tom was always copyable, and then it seemed like at the end of each session we had on Sunday, his signal would pick up at the last minute. You know, and he would be as strong at the end as he was at the beginning. But this time, Tom was strong all the way through. So that setup you got there, Tom, seems to be working pretty doggone good for you. So nice copy. Yeah, and Henry, your audio, I should have mentioned that too. Your audio was excellent as well. And you had a bigger signal than usual. Of course, I knew you were running the T3, but everything sounded more, you know, more boomier for some reason, but big signal. Okay, guys. Ron, the PR 174 that you ran at the beginning there, that thing sounded really good, and even though, you know, it was down because of what it was, it sounded fantastic. No problem at all, and then you started booming in with the T3. Oh, man. But anyway, okay, guys, I'll say my 7-3s, and you all have a good day today and a good week ahead. And I'll be your net control next Sunday morning, and we will see you guys then. Henry, I'll give you a call later this afternoon, probably about mid-afternoon or so, and give you a holler. So with that, we'll send it over to Bob, W6 Able Queen Uncle, K0 DWC. 7-3s, guys.
Okay, good deal. And yeah, copies in and out, but signals aren't feeding that much. Actually, everyone's holding about the same. My noise level is up though, so I think that's what's happening. I switched antennas over to the loop, and I was able to turn it around a little bit and make and null out the noise a little bit, but I cannot run the T3 on the loop, or else I'd French fry that vacuum cap up at the top. So so we'll just stick with the long wire, and the fact that it's picking up a lot of the noise that we don't want, but that's okay. At least it's not Tom's noise from Richmond. Let's see, so I'll go back to, and Andy, good deal on the TKX. I don't know if you got my message about the about the MAB. I have yet to see how that antenna is affixed inside the canvas bag. You know, does it just flop around in a little slot that's in the side of the bag, or is there a back plane or something else that it that stiffens it into that canvas carry bag? And yeah, Tom, on the M37, well, let's see. We have, I think I told you, we got the thing finally idling beautifully with either carburetor, and it turned out being the fuel pump. I think the old mechanical one had an air leak in there somewhere,
and so and it was kind of surging. We just bypassed it completely, and I ran and got a fuel pressure regulator, dropped the fuel pressure down to 3 pounds, and bada bing, the carburetor was fine. You could adjust the idle. Now, Lucky Larry and I are we're at an impasse on what to do with the tank. I wanted to go ahead and, okay, we got the fuel system all working, let's drop the tank and clean it out. And there's no real rust anywhere, so it's just a matter of cleaning out all the crud in it. No. He wants to just run it off a jerry can rigged up in the bed of the truck. And I said, all right, have at it. So I'll wait till I calm down on that. But at any rate, if it had a good tank and new tires, he'd be a daily driver for a while until the first big thing goes out. But anyhow, for now, I guess that's good enough for him. And Bob, okay, on your conditions up there, and yeah, at least I was thinking, you're not running into that about Steve, and yeah, like you say, it seemed like he was talking on the net. We heard another conversation going, but at least I haven't heard you talk much about the single sideband interference you used to get before. So it sounds like maybe conditions there at least giving you more of a clear channel. And Bill, say hi to John, and okay on your Gone with the Wind VCR tape. I did catch that. All right, guys, thanks a bunch for handling the net, Henry, and we'll be looking on the website for the latest demonstration of MIT skill. All right, guys, 73. And with that, I'll pass it down to Bill if you still copy. N6BCT NU6F.
Okay, N6BCTWA60PG. Very good. Well, Ron, thank you for the M37 report. Gas tanks, in the old days, they had radiator shops. Radiator shops also did gas tanks. And they would take them apart, open them up, clean them out, put them all back together again, clean them black, just like brand new. Like they do with radiators. They usually radiation. I wonder how that's going to work, because I would think a holding a radiator would corrode. But who knows? I guess nobody runs the water anymore. Everybody runs cool nowadays. But we shall see down the road, huh? But yeah, I would vote for, if you're going to do something, do it right. Use the original gas tank and have it professionally cleaned out. Put it all back in again, fill it up with gas, and then do the manly thing, drive that sucker to Minden and back. That'd be good. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to do that. Let's see. Okay, very good. Thank you, Henry, for the info on the website. I will look this afternoon, and I'll try and give you a phone call this afternoon sometime, too, and hopefully we'll get together about that, get some information. Conditions are deteriorating a bit, but still pretty good. Andy was still good, a really good Q5 copy on the last transmission, and the previous one, too. 669 sounds very good, Andy. And the carbon mic is a really good carbon mic. It doesn't sound all that carbony, but it sounds very good. So, that will do it for me, and 73, everybody. Talk to you all later. Down to Andy, KD6TKX, WA6OPE.
Good deal on the M37. Yep, the battle with mechanical fuel pumps and all the mysteries they create. Because I think a wise man once said that most fuel problems are ignition, and most ignition problems are fuel. So I always try to keep that in the back of my mind when I'm working on these rigs, especially the old WCs that have become my sort of specialty here, which is a pretty neat deal. All right, I'll keep it short with the band conditions changing a little bit. Thanks for letting me get in here. Always a blast to use the 669. I use it mostly on CW, so good to activate it here on phone. So everybody have a good rest of your Sunday. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon. Dr. Net Control. And thank you, Henry, for running the net. WA7YBS.
Okay, Andy. KD6TKX, WA7YBS. Very good. And, okay, well, thanks, everybody, for participating in this Sunday's Vintage Military Radio Net, Nevada style. And Chuck will be net control next week. And as I've advertised there, the debut for the W6MIT. Let's see, I think that's W6MIT 95. I think is the model number that John assigned to that linear. But anyway, the debut of that will be next Sunday, and so double the power from the 1625 ring. That ought to be interesting. So anyway, hope everybody can make it back next Sunday. Hope to hear all of you. And with that, we'll thanks for your participation, if I didn't say that already. And we will go ahead and close the net. So 73 on the round. This is WA7YBS, and I will be signed.